as it said in Daniel, knowledge is being increased. Okay.
Yeah, the things of Esau is being searched out.
Yeah. I got one more. I'll read verse 8. It says, he will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord Yahweh power will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall be taken away from off all the earth, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it.
Right. Because our people are afflicted, man. You know?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And we're waking up to our original heritage. You know, starting to call on the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, begging him to come back, to destroy, to swallow up death. When that happens, you know, that's going to wipe away our tears, man. You know, the scriptures say, mark those that sigh and cry for the wickedness and abominations done in the earth. Hey, is that not what we're doing right now? Coming out here and sighing and crying, bitching and moaning about what Esau's doing in the earth, righteously. Because I know I said bitch and moan, but you know how Jake says it. That's what we're doing. We hate this place.
That's right.
Far too long Esau's been in rulership. Far too long Israel has been at the bottom. And we're calling on the Most High, you know, reminding the Most High of the covenant that he made with Israel. You know, the promise that he made with Israel that we're going to be on top. We're begging him to come back and you know, establish that.
This is Second Ezra 6 and 58, it says, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?
Yeah, and it's for a purpose. You know, the Most High is allowing this to happen so that when we do receive the kingdom, we'll appreciate it. Because right now we're suffering affliction, so we'll know what not to do and why we shouldn't do it. It's because this sucks. So when we rule, we're going to rule in righteousness. We're not going to allow shit like this to happen. And because people in rulerships rule wickedly with our people, we're going to punish them twofold, righteously. And it's not going to continue on for long. We're in the latter days. And the microchip is here, that mark of the beast. You know, the beast is about to push that mark heavy, man. It's set up for it. But we know we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. You know, one of his devices that he likes to use is that gradualism. You know, so he's going to allow these riots and protests to continue on just so that he can demonize people, get us off the street. Famine of the word can happen just like that. You know, wait till these protests get violent, then he'll have an excuse to bring in, you know, more National Guard, martial law troops in every city. You know, big and small city.
Hey, Esau ain't waiting though. The time of him waiting. Matter of fact, in Revelation 12 and 12, that time of him waiting is over. But see, now we're in the end game where he about to force his hand. He's about to show his horns. See, the information is coming out now. See, everything is out. But that's going back to the covering cast over all the people. People are seeing that these Black Lives Matters campaign are set up.
Right.
They seeing the police. And the main reason why these things are being seen is because you have what? The internet. You have smartphones. You have live streaming that can be activated at any moment, at any instance. See, back in ancient times, a brother had put a post up on social media that say this is just like watching the Roman Empire fall, but with Wi-Fi. And that's exactly what it is. This is the revised Roman Empire falling all over again on television. That's it. That's why when you go down here to your judicial building, all right, you got all these Roman and Greek statues on your building. That's why. That's why you got the Sphinx up there too, because it's also spiritually Sodom and Egypt. See, you devils time to rule, this shit is over, man.
That's right.
And you know it, and you're doing everything within your power to try to keep it afloat. But you don't got time for gradualism anymore. You bastards getting sloppy, man. Just as quick as you do something, you are being exposed.
That's right.
And that's the spirit too, because I just read an article today about how I think it's around 28% of Americans believe that Bill Gates was the microchip dealer. 28% of Americans. 28% of Americans believe that Bill Gates wants to microchip everybody. That's why, he's donating so much money to the World Health Organization to set it up. Forced vaccination and then forced microchip.
Yep, brother, bring the Revelation 12 and 12 off the shop.
Rocking up, man.
Matter of fact, let's start up around verse 9.
All right, this Revelation 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
See, this is their time, right? This is not their very moment, but this is the process of the devil being casted out. That great dragon is talking about who? All right, Esau, Edom, in the form of the Roman Empire. Okay, NATO and the EU. All right, that's that great dragon. Who do what? When you go into that word dragon, it go back to Draco. All right, which is a way of implementing harsh laws. Okay, a draconian style government. All right, which came from a man named Draco, who made harsh laws. Go ahead, bro.
It says, which deceived the whole world.
Yep.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Go ahead.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power.
See, that's what's going on. It's a transition of power going on. At this very time, we are in a monumental transitioning of the power being shifted from one people to another.
That's right.
Matter of fact, the rock gets a rock 10.
That's right.
Keep going out.
All right, it says, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
See, that's talking about Esau, Edom, these so-called white people, man. All right, Esau, Edom. See, and that's another thing. We don't even have to call them so-called white people anymore.
Call them who they are.
They know it's a known thing that now that these people are Edomites. Okay, you getting what's that nigga name? Jam Master J.
Grandmaster.
That agent.
Jam Master Jelly, goddammit. Whatever that nigga name. I always fuck his name up.
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster Jigaboo. Alright. This nigga on the internet talking about Edomites and Yahweh. Come on, man. Hey, he's been completely revealed, man.
Hey, also, Esau, he know his name now, because when you try to put it up on a video, you can't even do it no more. You try to put Esau up on a video now, type.
Yeah, he gonna take
Esau
it down.
Esau this or that, man.
Yeah.
That shit ain't going up.
Yeah, and they trying to come back and rebuttal and cranking out these different pastors and different individuals trying to put it out there like Edom been done away with. When the last time you seen an Edomite? When the last time you seen a Moabite? All right. When the scriptures say there's no end of all the people. Okay. And Esau, Edom is still here today.
Right.
All the nations, all 18 nations are still here today. The only nation that in the end is going to be exterminated is Esau, Edom. But we ain't reached that time yet. Go ahead, Quran, and then you jump back, keep that Revelation 12. I just wanted to read this transition of power. Sirach 10 and 8.
This is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gathered by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's what's going on. A transition of power. Go ahead, Doc.
All right, it says, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down,
Yep.
which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
Which is Yahweh Shah. Okay? Yahweh Shah was that lamb without blemish that was sacrificed for the sins of Israel. Go ahead.
And by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death.
See, by the word of their testimony. All right? Our testimony is of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the spirit of prophecy. You see, we're coming out here and prophesying in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right? And we bear record of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Why? Get 1 John 2 and 20, I believe. Why are we able to bear record? Why are we able to break these things down? Okay, why are we able to go into Revelation? Why are we able to go into Isaiah? Why are we able to go into Jeremiah, Ezekiel, 2nd Ezra? 1 John 2 and 20.
Gun, this is 1 John 2 and 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things.
See? That's why we're able to give the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because he has what? Given us the anointing and the oil. He also set up teachers and elders, all right, before us, okay? So that's why we're able to come out here as young men, all right, just like our elders before us went out as young men and were brought up by their elders. You see, the Lord always reserved his judgment through men. He always had the upright and the perfect set up, okay? Going back to Elijah the prophet, all right? That's why he said there's not a greater prophet amongst born of woman than John the Baptist. And then he turned around and told the disciples, Elijah the prophet had already come. If you can receive it, it's John the Baptist. You see? So the prophets just come all the way back, after, age after age, you know, era after era. They come back and they're able to understand more and more each time. That's why I say we have become wiser than our teachers. You see, because our teachers is Isaiah, Jeremiah, Habakkuk. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 21. I have not written unto you because ye have not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth.
See? So the Lord, let's say, the things that were written before time were written for our learning. Okay? The Lord wrote these things down. Salaki, let me put it this way. The Lord put the Spirit on us to write these things down. Because the Lord said, surely he would do nothing but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. So he put the Spirit on us to write these things down because they were a testimony of him, and we would be able to come back in the next life, and be like, oh, that's why he had me write that down. It's like a memo, right? When you out in the world, you need to write something down, so when you get to, I need to go here at this time. I need to be here, I need to pick such and such up at this time. Then when you get there, you know what I'm saying? I mean, once you get that memo, you be like, oh, that's what I was supposed to have been doing. Oh, that's why I wrote that down.
Right.
That's why I was talking about a waster to destroy. That's why I was talking about the bosom of destruction. That's why I was talking about Edomites and Idumea and man of sin and son of perdition. Because now It's plain. You know, now I understand. So I can understand.
revealed.
Yeah. It's a process put together through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, to constantly build us up. Though we be broken down in the flesh, we be constantly built up in the spirit. If you are the elect of Yahweh Shai. You can go back to Revelation now.
Yeah, appreciate you. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. It says, and the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
That's right. The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Go ahead.
It says, for the Most High is not the author of confusion.
See, that's going into what I was just talking about. How the Lord put the spirit on the men to write these things down. And when they came back in their lots, matter of fact, get Daniel 12 and 13. No, they're not. I think it is Daniel 12 and 13.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Come. This book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
Look up the word lot in the etymology. See, the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. And the Lord said, read that again. Read it slow. Read it again. Daniel 12 and 13. You good?
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be.
Go thou thy way to the end be. Right? Go ahead.
For thou shalt rest.
Meaning you are going to die. All right? But your spirit is going to rest with the Most High. Go ahead.
And stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
And then you're going to come back. Right? That's what the Most High was telling Daniel. Right? Stand in thy lot in the end of the days. That's what? A prophet. Right? Going back to, what was it, 2 Corinthians 14 and 32, the spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophets. And in verse right behind, verse 33, it said, the Lord is not the author of confusion, but he had this book written in a way that it'll be a stumbling block unto the wicked. Jump up to verse 10. Daniel 12 and 10.
This book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white.
That many is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And tried.
And tried.
But the wicked shall do wickedly.
The wicked shall do wickedly.
Keep going. And none of the wicked shall understand.
None of the wicked shall understand. Okay? So there's not one Edomite, because that is the wicked, right, that is able to understand this Bible. Okay? The nation of Edom is incapable of understanding this Bible and the righteousness of this Bible. That's why the apostle made the video about when Trump was holding up the Bible. He was like, y'all should have destroyed this Bible. You can't understand this Bible. This Bible is not for you.
That's right.
That's why these Christian pastors, okay, especially of the nation of Edom, they don't have a goddamn clue what's going on. And 2/3 of our people that go and learn the doctrines and attend these Bible seminaries and theological seminaries, which was set up by the wicked, they don't understand either. That's why they look at us like we idiots, okay? When they really the idiots. Because the Lord said, matter of fact, the Lord said the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Get that in 2 Corinthians. Go ahead, can a brother get 2 Corinthians Bible shot?
I got it. This is Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
And that's what America did. America took this Bible